extraordinary and heroic afternoon, everyone. So, it's been a while, guys, no, and for today, no, ang topic natin is freedom, responsibility, and accountability. No, just to give, no, mag-brief lang ako ulit, no, with our culture building, no. This is part of the company's culture building program, and one of the reasons why we invited everyone to be part of this talk, no, is because we want to give yung deeper na insight about what does it really mean by yung when we exercise our freedom, no? And how is it related to responsibility and accountability, no? And first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone who joined, no, in the exercise of their freedom. Nandito sila ngayon. Thank you so much, guys, and congratulate nyo din yung side nyo. Exercise your freedom for today na makasali dito sa ano, at makinig dito sa talk natin. Ang sabi natin diyan, Freya month tayo for this ano, no, for the month of September, no. But ano ba talaga ibig sabihin ng freedom, no? Freedom, especially ngayon, no, yung sa panahon natin ngayon, no, with the woke culture and all these things na mas matatalino kasi yung mga tao ngayon, no. And we know a lot of things about our rights and the things that we are supposed to do, no, and that we can do, no. So ngayon yung freedom, we are very much aware of freedom na, ah, this is an exercise of my freedom, no. Di ba talaga ibig sabihin ng freedom, lagi natin siyang nadidinig, no. Every time na we do something, we hear a lot of times na, hayaan mo siya kasi ano, karapatan niya yan, no. Freedom niya yan na gawin or sabihin yung mga bagay na yan. So what does it really mean to have freedom or exercise our freedom? The first objective natin is gain deeper understanding about the meaning of freedom, responsibility, and accountability. These are basic terms that are we commonly meet, no, sa job natin, sa regular life, sa social media, no. And but ano ba talaga ibig sabihin? Number two is have the common mindset about exercising freedom. No? So as much as these words are already cliche, no, pare-pareho ba tayo naiisip or idea or mindset about sa freedom? Baka we all make use of the same word, but magkakaiba pala yung intindi natin sa ibig sabihin nun, no? So, it's important that today, by the end of the session, magkaroon tayo ng common wavelength, no, or line of thinking sa, yun pala yung freedom. Ayan. For our topic outline, meron tayong ano, no, tatlo for the topic outline natin. Number one is what freedom is and what it is not. Number two, how responsibility and accountability unlocks freedom. Number three, benefits of having the right mindset about freedom. First, no, let's define ano ba yung freedom, no? And ano ba yung purpose ng freedom? So, sa umpisa, ang purpose natin ng bakit tayo may freedom is because we have to be capable of living life to the fullest, no? Kaya madalas na makikita natin, no, mga pictures pag sinabing freedom, yung naka-open wide yung arms or yung parang malayang-malayo siya, nasa open space, sa wide area, no? Because it signifies living life to the fullest, no? It means you are unlimited. You're limitless, no? You can do anything. You can do everything that you want, no? So that's the purpose of why we always seek freedom, no? We do not want to be prohibited. We don't want to be limited. We want to go to the maximum. And ano ba ibig sabihin ng freedom, no? So, I think we can get it from the word itself, no? Which means yung free, no? And yung dom, no? Free from dominion or control. So, ibig sabihin, kapag may freedom ka, you are not under control or no one's, kumbaga, no one's dictating you anything. So, freedom, free from dominion. Yan. But freedom is never achieved unless one is conscious that it exists, no? Sometimes, no, ang nangyayari sa atin is that we cannot fully utilize or experience the fullness of freedom kasi hindi na tayo aware na nag-exist siya, no? It's either because we get used to living in following people, listening sa ano yung mga comments ng ibang tao sa atin, or lumaki kasi tayo na, ito yung gagawin mo, ito yung gagawin mo, dapat ganito ka, dapat ito yung meron ka, no? Even if indirectly people are hindi sinasabi sa atin yun ng ano, no? But sometimes when we go to social media, sometimes when we listen to people, no, nagkakaroon tayo ng ano, no, nagkakaroon sila ng indirect control sa atin and setting up our mind na, dapat pala ito, dapat pala ito, dapat pala ganun, no? So, nawawala na sa consciousness natin and yung self-awareness natin na, dapat may freedom ako sa mga bagay na 'to. Hindi ako dapat easily affected or hindi ako easily influenced ng mga bagay na 'to. Kasi may posibilidad na baka hindi naman 'yan para sa akin exactly. Could be yung pinost niya or yung nadinig ko is a general thing, no? It's possible. So, freedom starts with the right mindset, no? Basically, the control kasi sa atin or the influence sa atin is nagsisimula doon sa mind, no? So, kung meron tayong something na iko-correct, yun yung mindset natin, no? And one way to correct our mindset or align our mindset doon sa definition ng freedom is dapat maintindihan natin ano ba talaga yung freedom and ano ba siya hindi, no? Yan. So, what it is and what it is not. So, what it is not, definitely freedom is not absolute, no? Freedom is relative. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng freedom is not absolute, no? Kasi paminsan na nagiging perception natin, the concept of freedom, absolute. Basically, you can do anything and everything without anything na kailangan mong i-consider. Parang wala kang pakialam, basta gusto ko 'tong gawin, gusto ko 'tong sabihin, gusto ko 'tong ma-receive, gusto ko 'tong marating, no? Without any considerations, no? That makes freedom absolute. Yun yung nagiging perception ng karamihan, no? But in reality, freedom is relative, no? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng relative? Pag sinabi nating relative, it is in consideration with others, no? And sa ating extraordinary and heroic culture, isa sa key characteristic ng ating EH culture is we always consider the common good. So in the exercise of our freedom, we have to consider ano ba yung common good, no? It's possible kasi na kaya siya relative, no? It's possible na sa sitwasyon na to, tama tong ganitong strategy or decision, but on another situation, it's possible na hindi siya applicable. No? So later I'll be discussing some more examples. Yeah. Next, ano pa yung what it is not? No? It is controlled by the heart. No? Kung sa naiisip kasi natin, no, ang freedom is ano, no? Is feeling, no? Kapag pakiramdam mo, malaya ka. Ibig sabihin, free ka. Kapag magaan yung pakiramdam mo, paminsan akala mo free ka. No? So, naisip natin, freedom is connected with our emotions, no? But basically, freedom is managed by the mind, no? Yung keywords natin dyan, no, other than dun sa heart and mind, no, is yung management at saka yung control. As you can see, no, pag sinabi natin control, basically, wala kang magagawa, no? Yung parang pagdating sa puso mo, no, wala kang magagawa, no? Susunod ka lang, no? Parang ganun yung dating, no? Pero, ang totoo, if we are free, we can manage things inside our mind. So manage ano ba ibig sabihin ng manage, no? Ibig sabihin ng manage is that you let things continuously flow. So you let it happen, but alam mo kung ano yung nangyayari and you know how to stop, alin yung babagalan dun sa iniisip mo, alin yung kailangan mo medyo i-calibrate dun sa iniisip mo. So, ibig sabihin, you are ano, hindi ka kinokontrol ng utak mo, but you can control your mind. So, you can move freely, you can think freely, you can decide freely, and even yung heart mo eventually, because your mind is managed, your heart will automatically follow. So you do not get easily controlled by your emotions, no? So kahit masamang-masama na yung nararamdaman mo, no, you do not get hostage by your emotions to the point na hindi ka na makapag-decide ng tama or wala ka nang ibang magawa. You cannot even manage your anger, kumbaga, no? Hindi ka na malaya na makapag-react ng tama kasi you're under controlled by your emotions. So, example natin doon yung anger, no? When we let our anger get the best of us, it is controlling us. And pag may control, di ba, sabi natin kanina, ibig sabihin you are not free. You are being controlled. Just imagine, yung sarili mong emotions is controlling you, di ba? Yeah. Next is what it is not, no? It's not about doing anything that you want, no? Hindi ibig sabihin pag free ka, gusto ko, ang basahin ko lang gusto ko. No? This is somehow related dun sa second part na controlled by the heart. No? Kasi pag sinabi mong gusto mo lang, it's basically your desire. It's something that you feel, something deep inside your heart na kasi gusto. Gusto. No? Without direction, sometimes without even considering other factors, our basis lang is, ito kasi yung gusto kong gawin. Ba't ka umalis doon? Gusto ko lang. Di lang ako masaya. Ba't di ka masaya? Basta, yun yung nararamdaman ko eh. Parang nakukulong na ako kasi hindi ako masaya. So, but basically, you have no other basis. No. Why? So, but freedom is having choices on everything. No. Whatever situation that we have, no, it's important that we stay intact by knowing our choices. No. And that gives us freedom. Kasi kapag may choice ka, alam mo may choice ka, may freedom ka. Kumbaga hindi ka na-tie up sa isa. Bakit po parang wala po akong masyadong choices? It's possible that you are not exploring enough ideas sa utak mo. Or you're not asking for guidance or advice, di ba? So that you would know your options, no? Kaya isa sa extraordinary heroic culture natin is yung pagiging option maker, di ba? Because pagiging option maker, it helps us develop choices to give us better decisions, no? So that we can come up with better decisions by weighing pros and cons, di ba? So, yung ability to make choices, weigh pros and cons, and identify options, it's an exercise of freedom. Next, what it is not choosing less than the best, but what it is being able to choose what's best. No, madalas nadidinig natin to, di ba? Bakit ganun yung naging resulta ng ginawa mo? Wala na kasi akong choice eh, naiipit na ako eh. Ba? So, paminsan, no, nagsisettle tayo doon sa isang bagay at naisip natin, yun na yung pinaka-exercise natin ng freedom kasi yun na yung nandyan eh. Yun na yung best choice ko at the moment, no? Yun yung naisip natin, no? But ano tong exercise ng freedom is being able to choose what's best. So, in choosing what's best, babalik ulit tayo dun sa kanina, sa pangatlong sinabi ko, no? You have to be exercising your freedom in identifying your choices. Para hindi ka laging napupunta dun sa part na wala na kasi akong choice eh. Ito na lang yung magagawa ko. Next, what it is not, no? It's having the ability to accept opportunities. But what actually it is having the ability to create opportunities, no? Bakit, ano pong masama dun sa having the ability to accept opportunities? Hindi ba yung exercise ng freedom? Yes, it is a way to exercise your freedom, but there is a higher level to it, no? Yung creating opportunity, no? When you exercise your freedom, it means you are unlimited, no? Walang limitation yung ideas na pwede mong gawin. You can even create opportunities because when you just accept opportunities, you are limiting yourself. So, you fall short of the definition of freedom kasi nalilimitahan ka eh. Kasi nga, kung ano lang yun nandyan, yun lang yung tatanggapin mo. Diba? So, bitin yun. Kapag ganun yung gagawin natin. No? Parang kinulang ka pa sa exercise ng freedom mo when sabi nga nila, no, imagination and ideas are one of the things that you can freely do. Na walang pipigil sa'yong mag-isip. Just think about it and create it on your mind and then think of how you could actually accomplish and do it. So let's not settle for just accepting opportunities. Enjoyin natin yung freedom natin up to the extent na kaya nating mag-create ng opportunities. No? Next is, it is not an excuse no to run away. No? Pabisa kasi naisip natin dahil free naman tayo, kapag ayoko, pwede kong takbuhan. No? Kapag pwede kong i-deny, di ko gagawin. No? Pwede kong tanggihan, di ko gagawin. No? But freedom enables us to make a stand, no? Bakit make a stand, no? Because, for example, you created an opportunity. Once you create an opportunity, kailangan mong panindigan yun. It enables you na panindigan yun. Bakit? Kasi ikaw yung gumawa nun eh. Naiintindihan mo in the first place, bakit mo ba ginawa yun, no? So, exercising your freedom in creating those opportunity gives you the ability to make a stand for what you created. No? So kahit tanungin ka ng paulit-ulit ng mga tao dyan, kahit questioning ka ng mga tao dyan, no? Pag naiintindihan mo kung ano yung ginawa mo, kaya mo siyang panindigan at bakit yun yung ginawa mo. Okay? Yan. Next is, and yung last natin, what it is not, no, freedom is not the absence of rules and policies. No, paminsan kasi naisip natin na pag sinabing free, ibig sabihin walang rules and policies, walang guidelines. Kasi nga, katulad doon sa binanggit ko sa pangatlo, no, pwede mong gawin kahit anong gusto mong gawin, no? But actually, the true exercise of freedom is understanding yung purpose ng rules. So you don't just follow by the rules ng step by step, but kahit meron kang medyo may calibration na gawin dun sa pag-follow ng rules, as long as you meet the objective, no, as long as you understand the purpose of why is that rule there, you are still exercising your freedom without causing detriment to others, no? So, syempre, yung rules, create natin, no? Yung rules and policies, create natin yan for the common good, no? As long as we achieve that common good, you are still following the rules and regulations, no? So, it's not about walang rules, regulations, sumalaya ako, but it's about following the purpose of the rules and regulations. So, you do not get tied up with a step 1, step 2, step 3, no, ng rules and regulations. Ayan. So, some of the examples natin, no, for us to better understand. Sabi ko kanina, no, freedom is not absolute. It is relative, no. Ano yung isang example natin na, no? Yung mga leaves natin, yung flexible time, especially for dun sa mga nasa higher level natin, no? Or yung mga inallow na work from home arrangement, especially kapag yun naman yung setup ng client or it will still meet the demands, no? Those are exercise of freedom, no? But in exercising those things, you should not do it at the expense of the team, the client, or the company, no? So, for example, ano bang ano nun? Kunwari yung pag-leave, di ba? Pero pata naman nating lahat mag-leave kasi binigay nga sa atin yan, di ba? And it's part of our benefits, no? But when you take your leave irresponsibly in the sense na sasakto mo mag-leave ka kung kailan deadline, or and I'm not talking about emergency leave, ha? Iba naman yung sick leave tsaka emergency leave na inevitable, no? And life and death situations, no? But yung mga planned leave, like yung mga vacation leave na, alam mo naman na this is the schedule of client deadline. Isasakto mo pa talaga kung kailan yung client deadline. Month end, FS, ganyan, no? Doon mo pa talaga isasakto leave. And then, pag tinanong ka, bakit ka mag-leave? Bakit? Ano ko naman yun karapatan ko naman yung mag-leave kasama yun sa benefits ko. Diba? So, let us not exercise our freedom. Binigyan tayo ng freedom to have a leave, but not at detriment of other people concerned. No? Sabi ko nga, babalik tayo lagi doon sa common good, no? I remember there was a time, no, there was a part in my, while working, may time na after busy season, nag-leave kami ng mga kabatchmate ko, no? Eh, medyo nandun kami pareho sa level na, pare-pareho kami nandun sa level na kami yung mga in charge ng mga certain accounts. Eh, lahat kami sa team, nung level na yon, no, magkakasama kaming nagbakasyon. And hindi namin alam na dun sa pinuntahan naming vacation place, wala palang signal. So, pagdating na lang namin doon, saka na lang namin na walang signal. Akala kasi namin, dahil medyo city naman yun, although sa outside metro siya, akala namin may signal ang wifi, ang phone, no? So, wala palang signal. So, pagdating namin doon, ikakagulo na pala doon sa yung isang kliyente ng isang kasama namin. So, hinahanap kami ng boss namin. Hindi na kami makontak lahat. Tapos, hindi na alam yung mga files. Although, nasa staff yung mga files, no? But hindi niya exactly alam saan hahanapin yung particular part na hinahanap ng client. Kasi naisip namin nung time na yun, post-filing na naman ng ng April 15, no? Tapos na, pwede na tayo magbakasyon, no? Pinayagan naman kami, di ba? So, but yun nga lang, kinulong kami sa responsibility na before we left, dapat pala nag-billing kami, nandito yung files ng nandito pag nagtanong, pag hinanap, di ba? So, we still fall short, no? Though we did it dun sa time after na ng busy season, but hindi namin na-secure yung other parts nung nung team, just in case may hanapin or hingin yung client or magkaroon ng concern yung isa sa mga clients namin. Kami pa naman lahat yung magkakasama. So, ayun. So, sumakit lang yung ulo nung boss namin, and after nun, ang naging rule na tuloy sa team namin is bawal kami sabay-sabay kumbaga, or make sure na before you take a leave, magbigay ka na instructions dun sa mga people sa team mo on what to do, sana hanapin, yung mga things and gano'n. Ayan, no? Or sometimes yung pagiging flexible time, no? Especially when we are higher level, no? Siyempre, we are given the freedom na pag sinabi mong flexi, no? Paminsan, pwede ka pumasok ng 10, pwede ka pumasok ng 9, no? But yung iba, there are times na yung iba na over-exercise naman ng flexible time, no? I even had an experience na yung midget ko, medyo nocturnal kasi siya, no? And nandun na siya sa level ng flexible time na siya, no? Pero dahil nocturnal siya, mapasok siya 4 p.m. ng hapon. And nung time na yun, ang oras ng pasok namin, yung sa team ko, no, pasok namin 7:30 kasi may mga clients kami na nire-release na ng payment ng mas maaga. So, maaga sila nandun sa office. So, kailangan ko silang i-meet ng mga 7:30 a.m. So, basically, 7:30 a.m. nasa office na ako. Yung midget ko, papasok siya mga 4 p.m. pa lang, no? Maaga na pag nag 2 p.m. siya. So, technically, wala naman siya nilalabag na batas, no? Kasi, allowed naman siya, no, to, dun based dun sa setup namin, allowed siya to go to office ng 2 p.m., 4 p.m., tapos mag-stay siya sa office hanggang 2 a.m., 4 a.m., then, tapos uwi siya ng madaling araw umaga. No? But yun nga lang, with the exercise of that freedom, ang nangyari, dahil padating pa lang siya ng 4, lahat ng nire-reveal niya sa akin, lahat ng i-discuss niya sa akin, ipapa-approve, will start pa lang mga by 6 p.m. Pag medyo nakasettle na siya sa area. So, mag-start pa lang kami ng ganun. So, uuwi ako mga 2 a.m. na din or 3 a.m. So, I'll be in the office now 7:30. Uuwi ako ng 2 or 3, depende kung oras kami matapos mag-discuss or matapos mag-reviewhan. Kasi nga, ganung oras na siya papasok, di ba? So, it's more on the exercise of his freedom, of the flexibility. But yun nga lang, syempre, at some point, may lack ng consideration dun sa uh, mga taong naghahantay sa'yo or sa work na naghahantay sa'yo. So, technically, the whole morning, I have to meet the clients and in the afternoon, tsaka kami magde-discuss, no? So, yun. Although, it's a health condition naman on his end, no? But, yun nga, no? Of course, there would be workarounds naman on how to go about it. But, yun nga, no? So, we also have to be considerate towards other people, no? So, technically, walang binibreak na rules, no? Because it's allowed, kasi it's flexible time, no? But, yun nga lang, it lacks consideration of other people, no? Or even yung work from home, no? Paminsan, no, work from home tayo, setup natin, no? So, wala namang nakakakita kung nasa tapat ka ng laptop mo or hindi, no? But, yun, pag naka-work from home na tayo, may hirap pa doon is, yung hinahanap na tayo, hindi pa tayo nag-reply, hindi tayo nagsisend ng requirements, hinahanap na yung deadlines, nag-warla na yung client, di ba? Pero, hindi tayo mahanap kasi nasa house tayo, no? Which is, there's nothing wrong with a work from home kasi it has a lot of benefits, no? But if we will not do things responsibly, no, basically, masasayang din yung benefits na yun. Magiging detrimental pa siya rather than beneficial, no? So, in exercising these things, it's important that we do not cause harm to other people as much as possible. So, we have to do these things responsibly. So, next is yung managed by the mind and controlled by the heart, no? So, sabi dyan, no, isa example natin, when you were assigned to work on a team with an office mate who who false negative spread stories about you to build himself up. So basically, chinismis ka na, no? Or nag-create siya ng stories about you para i-build up yung sarili na at your cost, no? Yan. But, kaso na-assign ka biglang mag-work kayo sa isang team, no? But, at the end of the day, because you are free, you are not um, bandaged by that anger, by the the situation na siniraan ka, or by the negativity that is caused by another person, because you are a free person, no, you can still deal with that person objectively and give your best and help the person in the team, no. So, it's important that we understand na, especially yung mga ganitong negative emotions, negative situations, when we are affected by it to the point na nalo-lost na tayo sa judgments natin or we make unreliable decisions, it means that the whole situation and our emotions are controlling us, no? So, we have to let our mind, we have to manage our mind, no? Para yung situation natin is ma-handle natin objectively and we'll still be able to achieve yung fullness ng ginagawa natin, no? So, we have to remember, no, na ang objective ng freedom is for us to be able to experience life to the fullest, no? And if we get controlled by negativities, definitely hindi tayo makaka-live life to the fullest. Katulad nan, kung hinayaan mong kontrolin ka ng emotion mo na negative towards the person, basically, you will create animosity dun sa other person. So, magiging magkagalit na kayo. So, ano, magmukha na kayo nagpa-personalan, di ba? So, basically, you are bondaged and tied up with the negativity. No? So, you have to free yourself from that kind of negativity and move on and deal with things objectively so that you can still achieve what needs to be done. Next is having choices on everything, no? So it's not about doing anything you want, no? So for example, no, the superior mo, no, sabi sa'yo, uy, tulungan naman natin si staff A, no? Narag na sila eh. Deadline na nila bukas, hindi pa sila tapos, kailangan ng additional hand, no? Ano bang gusto mo? Ano bang pwede ka? Face to face or sa online ka na lang mag-help, no? Pati ikaw sa sarili mo, no? Alam mo na mas malaking tulong sa team at mas mabilis kayo makakatapos, no? If you will do it face to face or you will sit down to the with the team para malaman mo kung ano yung pwede mong itulong and maintindihan mo ang sitwasyon, no? You have a choice kung paano mo siya gagawin. So basically, no, binigyan ka ng freedom of choice, mag face to face ka ba or online, no? But when we want to exercise our freedom, no, kailangan aware tayo dun sa choices natin na wag yung naka-fix na kagad tayo na, ay hindi siyempre dun ako sa online kasi yun yung mas madali. Ano? Parang let's ano no, let's weigh our options. Ano yung mas makakatulong sa team, no? Mag face to face ako or mag-online na lang, no? So, it's exercising our freedom as well, no? Yung laying down your options, not just settling yourself with what you want. Kasi pag sinata mo yung sarili mo sa what you want, no, basically that's very few and tied up ka na kagad doon, ay ito na yung gusto ko automatically. Next is it's not choosing less than the best, no, and being able to choose what's best, no. So this scenario is typical sa atin, no, yung we are caught doon sa client demand na, oy, do something about my tax filing naman, ang laki kasi masyado. Hindi ko kayang bayaran or ayaw nilang bayaran kasi for some reasons they find it unreasonable or they don't find it na beneficial or useful for them to pay that much tax. So, but freedom tells us that you can choose what's best and what's right, no? And when you're free people, no, we can directly tell the client na, ma'am, we have to do yung ano, no? We have to input the correct information, no? It's giving yourself the best choice, no? Kasi alam mo at the end of the day kung ano yung tama eh. And bakit yun yung best choice? Kasi yun yung thing na makakapag-contribute at saka mas makaka-build up for everyone concerned. Kasi at the end of the day, syempre, number one, no, fraud-free Philippines tayo, no? And we don't want to be part ng fraudulent activities ng ating mga kliyente. Number two, at the end of the day, it becomes the company's responsibility whatever happens dyan. Kahit sinabi ng client na sa kanila yung sila yung nag-instruct to do that, and sasabihin natin ba minsan, ay ano lang po kasi ako, sumunod lang ako dun sa sinabi, no? You're not sure that they will take responsibility for it at the end of the day. And it will become your responsibility kasi ikaw ang gumawa niyan, no? So, babalik din yan sa ating lahat afterwards, no? And it's not beneficial and tarnishes the integrity of the company and even the client's name, no? And syempre, hindi pa tayo nakatulong sa ano, no? Sa nation natin in building up funds. Yan. So, let's say so exercise our freedom na we are not tied up and we're not kumbaga cornered ng client na sumunod lang basta dun sa sinasabi nila, especially if it's wrong. No? So let's not choose to do less. Let's choose what's best. Ayan. Next. So it's not having the ability to accept opportunities, but ability to create opportunities, no? So for example, yung mga teams natin, no, alam natin meron tayong training needs na kailangan and as of date, kailangan na natin, for example, malapit na mag-start yung duck season or busy season or meron tayong new engagement na in-accept, no? Naisip natin, kailangan ng team namin ng, ng training doon para ma-perform namin ng maayos at saka ng maganda yung requirements ng clients. So, kaso wala pang available na schedule. No? So, we are free and we are given the freedom to start up and create our own trainings kahit sa loob lang ng mga teams natin. I know some of the teams are doing it na. no, na wala pa kasing naka-schedule, wala pang naka-upload sa POF Acad or wala pang available na training sa outside, no. So kami na lang, no, kami na lang mga leaders yung magti-train sa mga teams namin. No? So it's an exercise of freedom, no. Natin isipin na ang freedom natin is limited dun sa available lang. No? So let's exercise our freedom. Let's create what needs to be created for us to be able to achieve yung goal natin. Next. So it's not giving an excuse to run away, no? But it enables you to stand, no? So that related din yung kanina sa ano, no? So for example, no, pinatulong ka, no? Or binigyan ka ng option ng boss mo, no, na mag-work from home ka ba tomorrow para dun sa deadline natin, or mag face-to-face tayo, upuan natin tong dalawa, no? So whatever it is the choice that you make, no, you have to make a stand for it, no? So pag sinabi mo, ayaw mag-work from home na lang po kasi mas productive ako, no? Mas tipid kasi ako dun sa biyahe ko, no? Make sure na panindigan mo yung pag sinabi mo work from home kasi binigyan ka ng choice eh. No? So make sure na pag sinabi mo work from home ka, madi-deliver mo yung kailangan mong i-deliver. Wag yung pagkatapos mong sabihin na, ma'am, mas beneficial po pag work from home kasi mas productive ako. Kinabukasan, naku ma'am, hindi ko na-submit kasi naging ganito, tapos naging ganito, tapos naging ganito. So some those things that you can anticipate, you have to anticipate while making your choice. No? So once you have made your choice, you have to make sure na panindigan mo siya and deliver what needs to be delivered. So kung hindi ka sure na makakapag-deliver ka ng work from home, and then choose face-to-face. No? At least kasama mo yung boss, matupuan ninyong dalawa yan hanggang matapos. Okay? Ayan. So wag natin gawin ay kasi binigyan naman ako ng choice. Di sana hindi nila ako binigyan ng choice kung gusto niya din pala face-to-face. Diba? So don't make it as an excuse, no, na no. We are given the opportunity to make better choices. No? And it's up to us kung how do we stand for it. Next. Ayan. So it's not the absence of rules and policies. It's basically understanding the purpose of rules. No? So kunwari, no, especially during mga initial implementation, no, yung end of day reporting or status update. Sometimes, lalo na kapag umpisa, or initially sinabi sa atin yung gagawin na parang it's very tedious. Wala araw-araw, mag-update ako dun sa immediate ko. No? Or kailangan ko isulat lahat na nangyari at the end of the day. No? But once you understood na para saan ba yung end of day status, you will be able to appreciate the rules na kahit hindi na siya yung step by step na dapat naka-bullets, no? But because you understand the objective na kasi kailangan mo siyang i-update kasi kailangan alam niyo yung nangyayari sa team. No? Kasi at the end of the day, responsibility na immediate mo yan. Para anytime din natanong siya ng boss ninyo or ng client, ano yung nangyari? Kaya nang saluhin eventually, no? Because if we do not give yung status update or end of day reporting natin sa kanila, pag may nangyari, hindi sila allowed na maging clueless. No? And hindi pwede yung sa kanilang time, ma'am, sorry, hindi ko po nasabi sa inyo na hindi po pala na-file yung ganito na April 15, no? So, saka tayo ngayon yung magkakagulo, no? So, it's basically, it's not we are doing these things because, yung kasi yung rule dapat sa dash, by the end of the day, mag-status update ka kung ano nangyari. Or, yun kasi yung sabi ng boss ko, dapat daw mag-text kami ng end of day anong nangyari, no? But if we understand na ginagawa ko to kasi ito yung makakamit ng objectives, ito yung makakatulong sa team natin. So, it becomes an exercise of freedom rather than just simply and blindly following rules, no? So, importante we understand it, no? And mas magiging magaan yun sa atin. Hindi magiging burdensome na nararamdaman mo, ano ba yun, record na naman ako mag-update kay ma'am, magte-text na naman ako ng mahaba, paulit-ulit naman, sasabihin ko, hindi pa po tapos. Tapos bukas ko na lang po ulit tatapusin, no? So, kapag naintindihan natin yung purpose, mas hindi siya nagiging burdensome sa atin, no? Unlocking freedom with responsibility and accountability, no? Ano ba ang kinalaman ng responsibility and accountability sa freedom, no? So, ang basic purpose ng taking responsibility and accountability is because we want to ensure the welfare and best interest of the stakeholders. Yun lang naman yun eh. No, sometimes kasi madaming rules about responsibility and accountability, no? But there na lang, no? Kumbaga, details na lang yun sa loob, no? But on a high level, pag inisip natin, para saan na yung taking responsibility and accountability, it's about making sure na yung interest ng mga stakeholders. Ano, sino ba yung mga stakeholders natin, no? So, these are all the people who are concerned. No? Yung company, yung client, yung employees, yung ka-teammate mo, ikaw, di ba? Yung regulators, no? The people who are concerned with whatever we are doing, sila yung stakeholders natin. No? And the goal why we have to take responsibility is to ensure na maingatan natin yung interest nila. No? It's kind of heavy and it sounds na parang ang hirap naman nun. Ibig sabihin ko, concernin ko lahat ng concern nila. So, that's why responsibility and accountability is really a big word, no? But that is really the objective. That's the basic guideline. So, pag tinanong ka, responsibilidad ko ba to? Wag nating balikan na parang wala naman yun sa JD ko. Parang hindi naman sinabi ng boss ko na responsibilidad ko yun, no? Paminsan pagtatanong, no, tinawagan mo na ba yung client para sabihin na, no, hindi tayo makakarating mag-fieldwork today kasi bumabagyo. Naisip pa, o isa isipin mo, responsibilidad ko ba? Ako ba yung tumawag dun sa client? Di ba dapat gets na ng client? Or baka dapat siya na lang yung kasi siya naman yung kausap lagi ng client, no? So, we should not ask ourselves that kind of thing, no? Because at the end of the day, ang tanong, ano ba yung best interest ng client? Ano bang mas maganda na inform natin sila and hindi sila naghintay so wala or hindi sila nag-alala sa atin makakarating ba sila or hindi. Yung pala wala naman talaga tayong balak pumunta, no? So, instead of pointing fingers, madalas kasi dyan nag-start yung pointing fingers, no? Kasi parang lagi nagiging tanong, kanino bang responsibilidad yun? Akin ba yun? But basically, pag tinanong, kanino bang responsibilidad ingatan yung kliyente? Or kanino bang responsibilidad na alagaan yung mga tao or yung mga staff for ensure yung safety nila, no? Yun lang naman yung tanong natin doon. So, i-define natin yung no, yung responsibility. Sabi dyan, ang responsibility daw is doing whatever it takes, no, to achieve the objective of certain task, no, direction or plan in an ethical and moral way. Consider its impact to the stakeholders, no. So, ibig sabihin, pag responsibility ng isang bagay, you have to make sure na whatever happens and whatever it takes, mamimit yung objective, madi-deliver yung output. So, you will have to be answerable for that. So, kung kailangan mong i-monitor. Kung kailangan i-guide. Kung kailangan reviewin, no? So, yun lang naman yung kailangan nating basihan doon. Na-meet ba yung objective, no? Hanggat hindi na-meet yung objective, hindi pa tapos yung responsibilidad mo dyan. Next is yung accountability, no? Ano ba yung accountability? So, after mo gawin yung responsibilidad mo, it doesn't end there. So, pag na-achieve na yung objective at saka na-meet na yung results, tapos na. It doesn't end there. That's where accountability comes in. No? After ng outcome at saka results, no, we have to acknowledge na, sagot ko yan. No? So, kung may kailangan i-improve, it's part of your accountability. Kung kailangan ng progress after ng delivery, it's part of your accountability. So it doesn't stop with just delivery, but yung after effect nun, sagot pa din natin. So ano ba ang relationship ng responsibility at saka accountability? Sige po, next po. Ayan. So, syempre with great power comes greater responsibility, no? So the more freedom that we have, the greater is our responsibility and accountability, no? So pag tinignan natin dyan, no, paminsan, habang nasa start ka pa lang ng career mo, no, mas less yung freedom mo kasi yung mga experience mo, no, lagi kang sinecheck ng boss mo, no, nasaan ka na, nakarating ka na ba ng client, nag-send ka na ba ng update nito, ito yung minomonitor yung attendance mo, late ka na naman, absent ka na lang every week, di ba? So, parang pakiramdam mo pag mas nasa early years ka ng career mo, mas konti freedom mo. Parang lagi kang under radar, no? Parang lahat binabantayan, lahat sinicheck. So, as you go up the ladder, mas lumalawak yung freedom mo. Kasi kumbaga, wala na masyado nag-check sa'yo, no? Paminsan nga, ikaw na yung nagtatampo, ba't kaya hindi na ako nire-review ng boss ko, no? Or ba't kaya parang hindi na, kumusta nitong boss ko? Samantalang dati, lagi ako chinecheck kung nakakarating na ako sa kliyente or hindi. Ngayon, halos once a week na lang kaming mag-usap. Ngayon, halos hindi na nga kami magkita, emails na lang, or hindi na kami nagdi-discuss, or hindi na ako kinakamusta. So, as you go up the ladder, mas mataas yung freedom mo. But the more freedom that you have, the more responsibility that you have. Bakit? Kasi whatever happens in whatever you are doing, because you are given trust and confidence na magagawa mo yung dapat mong gawin, mas tumataas yung responsibilidad mo. So, kapag walang nagpa-follow up sa'yo, mas kakabahan ka ngayon kasi wala nagche-check sa'yo, walang magre-remind sa'yo. Pero at the end of the day, kailangan mong ma-deliver yan. Whether may mag-remind sa'yo or wala, no? Paminsan na-excuse natin, "Ay, hindi mo kasi sa akin pinaalala." Pero paminsan sasabihin sa'yo, pero, "Hala, manager ka na, lagi mo na yan ginagawa ah. Bakit kailangan ko pang i-remind sa'yo?" No? Kasi there's an expectation na kapag nandun ka na sa higher level, nobody has to remind you, nobody has to push you, kasi dapat alam mo na yung responsibilidad mo at yung accountability mo, no? But on the contrary naman din, no? The more responsible you are, the more and accountable you are, the more freedom is given to you, no? Paano nangyari yan, no? Kapag you have established yourself na this person is a responsible person, an accountable person, na pag may ginawa siya, he will make sure na ma-achieve yan at paninindigan niya yan at gagawin niya whatever it takes, people will not find it necessary na maya't maya i-check ka, maya't maya kailangan i-remind ka, maya't maya i-review ka, no? People will be more lenient sa'yo, no? Because they have this trust sa'yo na kahit hindi ko siya i-check, na-create mo na kasi yung integrity na kahit walang nakatingin, gagawin mo yung dapat mong gawin, no? Which gives you more freedom. And paminsan pag may naisip ka, no, pag you have already established yourself na you're a responsible person, pag meron kang sinuggest, parang iko-consider kaagad nila na, nga no, parang maganda yun, o sige gawin mo na, no? Without much asking, no? Kumbaga mayroon ka ng ganung freedom, no? Yung diniscuss ko kanina sa unahan na what freedom is, you will experience more of it because you have established an integrity that you are a responsible and accountable person. So, yung sinasabi ko, you can create opportunities, it's much easier for you to do that, no? Because people trust na, pag sinabi ni Manager A na maganda yung ganitong program, ano yan, sure tayo dyan. Hanggang dulo, tatapusin niya yan. Hindi niya yan bibitawan. Sige, ipagawa lang natin, ipatuloy lang natin, supportahan lang natin yung plan niya. No? Or kapag ikaw ang nagbigay ng options or suggestions, they know that you have made your due diligence and you studied well yung mga options before mo plinay sa kanila. It would be a lot easier for them to trust your choices. No? So, pag sinabi mo, ang best option po na naisip ko is ito po, tapos explain mo sa kanila, no? Mas madaling i-accept sa kanila na, okay, sige, go na tayo dyan sa suggestion mo, no? So, you'd be experiencing greater freedom, no? So, the more that you are responsible and accountable, the greater freedom that you have, no? Sa part na yon, even you are not on a higher level, pwede mo siyang ma-experience, no? Kahit ESA ka pa lang, but you have established yourself well, or senior ka pa lang, or staff ka pa lang, supervisor, basta na-establish mo na siya, you will experience greater freedom, no? Yung hindi na yung, kumbaga sa pamilya na, no? Yung laging hinahanap ng nanay, na umuwi na ba? Sinong kasama? Anong ginagawa? No? Wala na masyadong mag-ano sa'yo. Mag-check na lang. Kasi alam nila kapag chinek ka, ginagawa mo yung dapat mong gawin. Yan. So, how do we unlock yung ganong level ng freedom, no? Parang gusto ko nun, no? Yung ESA pa lang ako, kaya senior pa lang ako, pero ganun na yung level ng freedom na na-experience ko, na pwede ako mag-create ng opportunities, reliable yung options na binibigay ko, no? They see my suggestion as something that is considerate and is for the common good, no? Paano ko ba gagawin yun para ma-receive yung ganung greater level ng freedom? So, next slide po. Punta tayo sa unlocking freedom, no? So, paano ba natin ma-achieve yung ganung level ng freedom kahit kahit ano pang designation mo, no? Siyempre, yung key natin dyan is we have to establish your integrity in being a responsible and accountable person, no? So, kaya nga, paminsan, no, yung flexible time, di ba? Pag inisip mo, hindi siya given to all levels, di ba? Sometimes, it is given to a higher level kasi nakarating sila sa level na yun because they have already established yung integrity nila of being a responsible and accountable person. No? So, pag nasa lower level tayo, paminsan we still need to take time, no, to establish yung mga sarili natin. And how do we do that? No? So, paminsan naman, no, kahit nandun ka na sa level na yun, no, kung nasa higher level ka na, pero hindi mo pa na-establish yung integrity mo, hanggang ngayon sinecheck ka pa din maya't maya, or hanggang ngayon pina-follow up ka pa din lagi, or kailangan ka pa din i-remind kung ano yung deadlines mo, or hindi mo nasasubmit. No? It's basically because, regardless of the position or the level, if we have not yet established yung ating integrity of being a responsible and accountable person, we have less freedom. No? So, how do we establish the integrity na sinasabi ko? Number one is to seize every chance to assume responsibility. No? So, kumbaga, sabi ko nga kanina, because you have to establish something, hanggat pwede kang maiambag na integridad na para ma-solidify yung konsepto at yung character mo ng pagiging responsible, i-grab mo na i-grab. So, pag may binigay sa yung new job, new responsibility, tanggapin mo lang ng tanggapin. No? With the idea na i-carry out ko to at saka paninindigan ko. No? Sometimes, kahit bata ka pa, but when you are given the opportunity to assume higher responsibility, that is beyond pa doon sa designation mo, no? That is a lot better, no? Kasi mas masosolidify mo na, kaya nitong tumanggap ng higher responsibilities, no? But of course, yung next natin doon, no? Pag tumanggap or nag-assume ka ng responsibility, kailangan i-carry out mo, no? Siyempre, hindi mo pwedeng tanggap ka lang ng tanggap. Naisip mo sapat na yun to establish my integrity na kasi tinatanggap ko, no? Hindi mo pwedeng 10,000 tinanggap mong responsibility, pero ang kini-carry out mo lang talaga is 100, no? Just for the label or the title na nag-assume ka ng 10,000 responsibilities, pero 100 lang yung kini-carry out mo, it still doesn't build up your integrity. So, kasi mas mahirap pa nun lagi, lulutang lalo yung mga bagay na hindi mo ginagawa. So, once you take or assume responsibility, you have to carry it out. No? Sabi ko nga, the more the merrier, but make sure you carry them out. Number 3 is perform beyond what is expected from you. No? Siyempre, kapag kinary out mo, it helps build your integrity if you go beyond. No? Kasi pa yung ordinary na kasi yun eh. No? If you just carry it out, no? Parang, okay, you will be running on the normal race. No? Kumbaga. So, hindi mo kagad ma-unlock yung level ng freedom mo ng mas maaga kasi nasa normal facing ka lang eh. Diba? But if you go beyond what is expected, mas mabilis mong may establish yung integrity mo na you are a responsible and accountable person. And whatever is entrusted to you, you will make sure na mangyayari. Parang ang hirap naman po yun, no? Parang mag-iisip mo, no? Yung number one po ang hirap na kasi tatanggap ako na masyadong madaming responsibility. Tumatanggi na nga po ako. So sa age culture natin, no? We want everyone to stretch themselves, no? And secure capacity na baka kaya ko pa to, no? It's a matter of ano kasi no? Sa mind mo na kaya ko pa itong gawin, no? Ayan. Mahirap na yung number 1 at mahirap din yung number 2 kasi dami mo nang kinuha tapos kailangan mapanindigan ko lahat. So, lalo pang naging challenging pagdating sa number 3, no? Kasi you won't just be doing it on an average level, but you are going beyond the average pa. Yeah. And number 4, syempre, pag after mong gawin, sabi natin kanina, no, you have to take accountability for whatever the result may be. No? So, pag sinabi nga natin kanina accountability, sagot mo yon, no? Whether ma-achieve or hindi ma-achieve, or may mga areas for improvement, hindi mo pwedeng bitawan siya basta-basta, no? Hindi pwedeng pag parang napagod na po ako, nabulunan po yata ako. No? Pag bumigay ka pagdating doon, eventually, hindi mo masyadong masosolidify yung integrity mo. Kasi, then of the day, gumuho pa din yung bridge, diba? So, number 5, so whatever might be the result, no, we have to, next slide po, we have to always be ready to calibrate, no? Kung ano man yung naging resulta. And wag lang tayong mag-settle dun sa na-achieve natin or less than pa sa achieve dapat natin, no? So, Ang key lang naman doon in taking accountability is yung readiness to calibrate. Yan. Next natin is never blame anyone, no? Especially in front of others. No, kunwari, no, kumuha tayo ng responsibilidad. In-effort mo talaga na gawin. No? Tapos, trinay mo pang exceed yung expectation. Tapos, afterwards, medyo sumablay, no? Or may fail na part. Or siguro madaming areas for improvement. So, whatever might be the reason, never blame it on others. Especially when you are working on the team. No? So, kunwari, yung part na yun na is iba yung gumawa sa team. Ang responsible nun is yung ka-teammate mo, si B. Do not tell others na, ay, kasing gumawa po niyan si teammate B, hindi naman talaga ako eh. Kaya naging ganyan yan eh. It's not good for your integrity. Because finger pointing, kahit anong mangyari, it ruins you. Kasi parang mag-iitsura nun, okay, so essentially, hindi pala talaga niya dineliver yung responsibility, no? Inasa na lang nung kay teammate B. Ngayon, nung nag-fail, sinisi niya pa si teammate B, no? Hindi niya na-carry out yung responsibility. At ngayong nag-fail, tinuro niya pa, no? Parang as if hindi siya part ng team na yun, as if hindi sa kanya in-assign yung responsibility, no? So if there is anything that is for improvement, you discuss it among yourselves na lang sa team, no? You sit down na how to go about it. But do not, wag nyo ilalaglag yung teammates ninyo in front of others. Whatever it takes, no? Baka maisip mo, pero mo masisira po kasi yung pangalan ko kapag of course, hindi mo naman din siya sasabihin na ako po talaga yung gumawa. No? You take accountability for it as a team, no? Sige po ma'am, i-calibrate na lang po ng team namin and then ayusin namin yung parts, no? Wag mo ilalaglag yung ka-teammate mo. Number 7 is allow yourself to commit mistakes. No? So it's inevitable that we commit mistakes, especially if we are taking on more responsibilities and higher level of responsibilities. But the important part ng process is that we make sure that we grow from them. No? Ang mahirap kasi if sinasayang lang natin yun. Siyempre, no, when you made mistakes, you already exerted effort mo. Hindi mo naman basta yan na-commit yung mistakes. Nag-spend ka ng effort, nag-spend ka din ng time, ng resources. No? Afterwards nga lang, hindi mo lang na-meet or na-achieve yung goal or nagkaroon lang ng mga mistakes. But it's never wasted, no? So, ang next question, ay lagi namang tanong, no, kapag nadadapa tayo for us to be able to establish our integrity, anong ginagawa natin, no? So it's not about falling down, no? It's about how you get up. So when you get up strong and with dignity, after mong magkamali, you know how to make use of that mistake, no? Doon mas na-establish yung integrity natin, mas ma-inspire pa ibang tao na, kaya naman pala yan kahit magkamali. Kaya pa ma-recover. Pwede pa palang may better things pa pala na pwede natin gawin. So it does not end there, no? So let's allow ourselves to commit mistakes, no? Because eventually these mistakes will turn into experiences and testimonies of the things that we have learned, and they will contribute more to our integrity because they help us build the character that we have now. So let's move on to the last part of the topic, no? I just want to share with you this Bible verse. Sabi dyan, everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything builds up, no? In the context of freedom, no? Parang naisip natin yung lahat, no? Lahat naman talaga pwede nating gawin, no? Madami kang pwedeng gawin, no? We are limitless, no? But it's not necessary for you to do everything, especially if it does not build you up, no? So we have to know how we exercise our freedom and we exercise it in a way that builds us up and builds up others. No? Kaya nga lagi natin sinasabi sa EH, let us make consideration yung common good. No? If it does not build up, let's not do it. Next po. So ano ba yung mga benefits? No? Sabi niyo dyan, everything is beneficial. Next slide. Sabi na, benefits of having right mindset about freedom. So, importante, tama yung mindset natin about freedom. Kasi kung hindi, nai-stress tayo, mapapagod tayo nang walang patutunguhan, no? So, number 1 is you no longer see responsibility and accountability as burden, no? Hindi na siya magiging mabigat. O, syempre, mabigat pa din, no? Because there's a lot of hard work that is needed to carry out the responsibility and accountability, but it does not become a burden. In a sense na, kung pwede lang, wag mo na ibigay sa akin yan, no? But we now see it as something that we have to go through, something that we have to endure, something that we have to work on because it's our ticket to freedom. No? So sabi ko nga, the more that you're establishing yourself as a responsible and accountable person, the greater freedom that you will eventually experience. No? Next is you will be able to do more knowing that you have freedom to do whatever is needed to be done for the welfare of everyone. No? So kapag alam mo na may freedom naman pala ako, pwede akong mag-create, pwede pala akong magbigay ng choices, pwede pala akong magbigay ng options, no? Pwede pala akong ah, mag-decide ng tama, no? Hindi ko kailangan mag-settle dun sa sinasabi lang nila, no? You will realize na mas madami ka pa palang kayang gawin. No, you are not limited but by the things that is in front of you or by the things that you can hear. Third is you lessen yung unnecessary stress, no? So, syempre yung stress is inevitable, no? But some of the stresses that we have are self-imposed, no? At hindi necessary for us to go through, no? Especially when you know that, kaya ko naman palang malagpasan ng mga bagay na to, no? Because I have freedom to do it. For example, no? Stress na stress ka. Ano pong gagawin ko dun sa client ko? Pinipilit na po kung palitan yung yung tax payable niya kasi ayaw na daw magbayad ng gano'ng kamahal. Siyempre stress na stress ka, no? Pag iniisip mo naman, it's a necessary stress for you because number one, it is not your responsibility to lower their taxes in an illegal way, no? And number two, it's not your problem na ayaw nilang sumunod. Bakit ikaw yung nagki-carry ng stress na yun, 'di ba? Eh, pina-pass on nila sa'yo. When you have the freedom to say no, we won't do that kind of thing. It's a necessary stress for you, no? So you have to be confident that you can exercise your freedom doing the right thing. So you don't get caught up with the wrong things na hindi mo naman kailangan gawin at hindi mo dapat gawin. Number four, you live life to the fullest, that you knowing that you're not bounded by requirements, rewards, and punishment. No, so kasi when we are always bounded by dun sa requirements, rewards, punishments, or yung mga emotions natin, and anger natin, or naano tayo hindi natin na-enjoy yung life natin, no? Kasi kinokontrol nila tayo, di ba? Sila yung nagiging basis ngayon natin ng ginagawa natin, no? But when we know that freedom is should be bounded in consideration no ano yung naidudulot natin sa ibang tao, hindi natin masyadong kailangan i-worry. Kasi yung freedom is purpose-based as well, no? So, when we know that we are focused on the objective and on the purpose of the thing that we need to achieve, hindi mo kailangang i-confine yung sarili mo, no? And limitahan yung sarili mo sa pwede mong gawin at dapat mong gawin. So, paminsan ito yung nagiging dilemma natin, no? Kasi pag naisip natin, parang ayokong tumanggap ng more responsibilities or dapat ko ba 'tong gawin or hindi ko ba 'to dapat gawin, no? So, ang dami nating naisip na puwede ko ba 'tong gawin, no? Pero ang tanong lang naman natin lagi do'n is ano ba yung kailangang gawin, no? Ano ba yung kailangan nating ma-achieve at saka ano ba yung purpose natin. No, kasi 'pag alam mo yun, madali mo ng panindigan yung decisions that you have to make because you understand very well the purpose of what you are doing. So you don't have to be tied up. No, mahirap kasi when your hands are tied kasi hindi mo naiintindihan kung bakit mo ginagawa yung isang bagay or bakit mo gagawin yung isang bagay. So as we embrace yung responsibility as fundamental aspect ng ating character, no, automatically or naturally we rise above yung rules and regulations. So, and we effortlessly surpass them through our conduct. So basically ngayon, you are not moving with the rules and regulations na, and I'm not saying that you are violating them, ha? Even without knowing the rules and regulations, you would be able to comply with them because you are on the same direction. You have the same objective. No? So for example, ang simple rules and regulations sa office, no? Huwag kang papasok ng late, no? Kapag alam mo sa sarili mo na responsible person ka and accountable person ka kasi naiintindihan mo yung magiging impact nung pagiging late mo doon sa team mo, sa client mo, sa mga kasamahan mo, no? Maisip, even sa health mo at sa stress, sa ano mo, no? Sa sa mental health mo, yung sa stress levels mo, pag naiintindihan mo yun as a responsible person, kahit hindi mo alam na dapat, sinabi pala ng HR na dapat 8 o'clock na sa office ka na. Even without knowing that, automatic papasok ka ng ano ng 8, ng bago pa mag 8 o'clock, baka nga mas maaga pa. I know people who come into office ng 6:30, 7 o'clock, simply because they fully understood their responsibility, bakit sila dapat nandun sa office ng ganun kaaga at anong gagawin nila doon. So, imagine 8 o'clock ang call time sa office pero sila pumasok na sila ng 6:30 kasi alam nila even so beyond pa dun sa 8 o'clock, 'di ba? Isipin mo 1.5 hour earlier ka, 'di ba? Sobrang heroic na nung level, 'di ba? But it's because you understand nga and you are a responsible and accountable person. So, hindi ka kailangan ng i-remind na hindi ka kailangan i-check na may late na naman po kayo, 'di ba? So, when it becomes part of your character, you go beyond the rules and regulation natural. So, to leave you po, last slide, before we end, sorry, second to the last pala, no? So, freedom is not about having comfort, no? Paminsan kasi naisip natin, no? Ang freedom yung dapat komportable ako, yung wala akong iniisip, wala akong inaalala, wala akong hindi ko kailangang mahirapan, no? Paminsan yung naisip natin freedom, kaya nga ganun madalas yung picture ng freedom, di ba? Yung parang carefree lang in that thing, no? So, naisip natin, ibig sabihin ng freedom is carefree life, no? But, it's not really about comfort and being carefree, no? It's about not being limited nung kung ano yung nandoon lang at yung nakikita natin, no? But it's more on about being driven by purpose and objective. So, kapag may freedom ka, kahit di mo masyadong alam yung ibang detalye, but you move freely because you know saan ka dapat papunta at ano yung kailangan mong gawin, no? So, at the end of the day, babalik ulit tayo sa purpose and objective ng mga gagawin na ginagawa. So, last po, I would like to leave you with this quote galing kay Peter Marshall. Sabi niya dyan, no, may we think of freedom not as the right to do as we please, no, but as the opportunity to do what is right, no? So, basically, no, ang freedom is not for our own benefit, no? But the exercise of freedom is about doing the right thing that will benefit yung other people as well. So, babalik ulit tayo sa ating EH, no? It's the common good. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much.